I used to think that making people like me was complicated. I thought I needed to be funny, confident, interesting, or good-looking. So I started reading books about social skills, charisma, persuasion, human behavior, anything that could help me understand people. And no matter where I looked, I kept hearing the same advice: make eye contact, smile more, use people's names, and ask questions. And for a while, I believed that was the answer. But then I noticed something. I've met people who do all of those things, yet people still don't like being around them. And I've met people who break every social rule, yet everyone loves them. That's when I realized something. Being liked has almost nothing to do with social tricks, and everything to do with a few psychological principles that most people never understand. Once I learned them, making friends became easier, and people naturally wanted to be around me. So if you've ever wondered why some people instantly make others like them while others struggle no matter how hard they try, watch this video until the end. Because today, I'm going to show you the psychology behind why people like certain individuals and ignore others. The first thing you need to understand is that people start forming opinions about you long before you ever open your mouth. Before you tell a joke, share your ideas, or reveal anything about your personality, their brain is already deciding what kind of person you might be, which means your first impression matters more than you think. Psychologists call this the halo effect. It's the tendency to take one thing we notice about a person and let it influence everything else we think about them. For example, if someone looks confident, we often assume they're competent. If someone seems friendly, we tend to believe they have other positive qualities too. And the scary part is that most people don't even realize they're doing it. So what can you do with this information? First, understand that your appearance sends a message before you do. With that in mind, you should ask yourself a simple question. How do you want to be perceived? Do you want to come across as confident, friendly, serious, or something else? Once you have the answer, you can start shaping your appearance and your body language to reflect it. Here are some of the things you can change. Notice that none of these things require you to become a completely different person. You don't need perfect genetics, expensive clothes, or a fake personality. You simply need to make sure the image you're projecting matches the person you're trying to become. Because whether we like it or not, people make assumptions. But making a good first impression doesn't automatically make people like you, because people don't connect with you just because of how you look. They connect with people who remind them of themselves. It's something our brain does automatically when we meet someone who shares our interests, values, experiences, or even small habits. Our brain immediately sees them as more familiar, and familiar usually feels safe. Think about your closest friends. Chances are you have more in common with them than you realize. Maybe you enjoy the same hobbies, grew up in similar environments, or share the same sense of humor. Whatever it is, those similarities help create a feeling of connection. If you want people to like you more, stop trying so hard to impress them. Instead, focus on understanding them. Ask questions, listen carefully, look for common ground, and when you find it, emphasize it. The more similarities people notice between you and them, the easier it becomes for them to relate to you. But similarity alone doesn't create strong relationships. If you want to build a real connection, something else needs to happen. You need to create experiences together. Think about the people you're closest to. You probably don't just share interests with them. You share memories, stories, or experiences, and that's what makes those relationships feel different. Every time people go through something together, they create a shared reference point, a joke only the two of them understand, a challenge they overcame together, a memorable moment they'll never forget, and each shared experience strengthens the connection a little more. So what does this mean for you? It means that if you want stronger relationships, you need to do more than just talk to people. Spend time with them. Do things together. Try new experiences. Create moments that both of you can remember, because people don't just bond through conversation, they bond through experiences. And the more positive experiences you share with someone, the stronger that connection tends to become. But shared experiences aren't the only thing that shapes how people feel about you. Sometimes, people like you simply because of how you make them feel. And most people don't realize how powerful that effect really is. Our brains naturally associate people with the emotions we experience around them. If someone consistently makes us feel happy, comfortable, or appreciated, we start associating those feelings with that person. And over time, we naturally enjoy being around them more. Think about the people you enjoy spending time with the most. What makes them enjoyable to be around isn't just their personality. It's the way you feel when you're around them. Maybe they make you laugh, feel understood, or simply make your day a little better. And because of that, your brain starts associating them with positive emotions. If you want people to enjoy being around you, focus less on impressing them and more on improving the experience they have when they're with you. Make them laugh. Listen when they speak. Celebrate their successes. Make them feel heard. Make them feel appreciated. Because people may forget what you said. They may forget what you did, but they'll rarely forget how you made them feel. There's one final thing that can make people like you even more, and it's something almost everyone gets wrong: the way they give compliments. The difference comes down to one thing: specificity. Generic compliments don't mean much. Anyone can say that you're amazing, smart, or talented, but those compliments are often forgotten just as quickly as they're given. What people really appreciate are compliments that show you've actually paid attention. Instead of saying someone is funny, point out how they always know how to make people laugh. If you think they're smart, tell them you always learn something when you talk to them. If you're attracted to someone, tell them what caught your attention. The next time you give a compliment, make it specific. Point out something you've genuinely noticed, a quality they possess, something they've worked on, or a trait that makes them unique. The best compliments don't feel like flattery. They feel like recognition. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this: a good appearance may help you get people's attention, but what makes them like you and want to be around you is how they feel when they're with you. And those feelings are built through the moments you share together. Because in the end, that's what creates real connection.